Alright, so in this run, I decided to have some fun with the Hedgehog. The Hedgehog is a very interesting unit because it deals damage to everything, including your own units. So it's more of like a suicide build, but it actually does have quite a few uses. The main one you'll probably see all the time because Northern Lion's done it so much is Hedgehog Blowfish, but there's obviously other uses for the Hedgehog. The actual best one is usually just for popping melon armor, but you don't see a ton of melon armor in arena, so it doesn't matter too much. Anyway, so at the start of this game, I decided to go with the otter strats. This has really become like popular in the meta for verses nowadays. You pretty much just roll for otters, and like the actual buff you get from otters is huge. I kind of mentioned this in the last video, but you pretty much get +3/+3 from the level 2 otter because you get +2/+2 from the stats and +1/+1 to the otter. So it's just a huge benefit. And it also allows you to get one really tanky unit, and then if you want to, you can buy a crab and you'll have another really strong unit. So it just ends up being a really good strat in versus, and it turns out the odds of actually getting what you want on the first couple turns are really high. So even if you only spend 3 gold on the first 2 turns, there's an 80% chance you find an otter. So it's just really good odds for you if you actually want to. I get an early Ox, which is one of the best things you can get, and I find a Hedgehog on turn 4. So it's looking pretty good. The Hedgehog plus Ox combo turns out also pretty good because the Melon Armor will refresh its... Wait, what did I say? The Melon Armor will refresh its Ox? Is that what I was going to say? Something like that. But yeah, so it ends up being really good. We have melon armor, and of course their team probably won't have any melon armor unless if they also have an ox. I got a level 3 otter here, which is just like super good RNG, just so many stats. You're so far ahead when you get a level 3 otter. Granted, it is RNG if you actually get it or not. Like on turns 4 and 5, your odds of finding otter are significantly lower. I mean, like turns 3 and 4, I should say. At 5, it's even lower. But you do unlock another shop space, which can slightly increase your odds. Um, but yeah, so this is pretty much the perfect start that I was hoping for. Early on, if you don't go with the Hedgehog Blowfish, I just hope for a Hedgehog Ox. And this should work out pretty well since we got the Otter start. It's pretty hard to lose when you get level 3 Otter. Obviously, Garlic Armor is good because Melon Armor would just get popped instantly from the Hedgehog. And Garlic, in general, it's pretty good in Arena just because a lot of people don't know like the meta of having pretty much just one really strong unit or a couple really strong units. And so Garlic Armor, like, it's not going to help very much against that, but against teams like this where they mostly have like 5 attack units, then obviously it's very effective. I just noticed that in the bottom left you can see the 12-hour stream thing. That's something that I should have obviously gotten rid of, but I guess I forgot to when I was recording this. But apparently when I reach 1,000 followers, I'm doing a 12-hour stream, so look forward to that for all the people who probably don't know that my Twitch channel exists. But the team's looking pretty good here. I even sell the level 3 otter. Level 3 otter, just like, it's bad to have late game, so I just sell it pretty much immediately. Even though, like, you're losing a little bit of stats, it's definitely worth it to sell your level 3 otter pretty quick. I don't even recommend going Bison if you have level 3 otter because you want to sell it so much. And if you do go Bison, you're going to be stuck with it, which isn't really a great thing. And it's not like Bison's going to win you the game if you get one instantly. It's a good thing to have if you have like level 3 mosquito, level 3 fish, level 3 swan, something that has a lot of stats as well. But if you don't get those things, then like if you have level 3, well, actually there's a lot of things that can work, but most of the time the level 3s will be tier 1s, and most of the tier 1 abilities are just not super good. So I don't mind losing here. I was actually hoping to lose because I thought my team was pretty good, and I figured we weren't going to lose very many rounds, and I want this to go as long as possible to really draw it out and get the best chance to get the full build. So, obviously, Gorilla. Well, I shouldn't say obviously. I say obviously way too much. It's like one of those things that I just want to get rid of in my vocabulary. It's also when I say like just in a sentence, like just do this, it's like you don't need to say that. It's just unnecessary. If anything, it's just insulting. But yeah, Gorilla, it gets coconut armor when it gets hurt, so the Hedgehog will obviously give it coconut armor. Wait, did I just say it again? Oh my god, dude. I can't even like do the things I'm trying to do. But the free 10-9, because I used a couple cans, The gorilla base stats are like 6-9, so it's pretty bad. So you have to buy some cans if you want it to actually be pretty helpful. And now I'm just hoping to get level 2 gorilla pretty much. I'm passing on monkey, which is crazy. But when you're going hedgehog, your team's kind of full. Like, alternatively, you can also get a skunk. Skunk works really well. But in this run, I have the level 2 with the scaling of the penguin, which is pretty necessary at this point. And I'm hoping to get level 2 hedgehog, level 2, whatever, gorilla. Yeah, that's the word. And then, I mean, you could probably see from the thumbnail, but I had some other ideas. So, this was actually inspired by another streamer who I honestly can't remember who I watched who did this, but whoever it was, like, shoutouts to you. You're probably not going to see this, and no one is going to know who I'm talking about. But that doesn't matter. Like, the point is I stole this idea. That happens sometimes. Like, sometimes the people in the YouTube comments are like, wow, you stole this from this. And, like, sometimes I'm inspired by other people's runs, and sometimes I have my own ideas. But it turns out it's already been done. Because, you know what? There's only so many builds in this game. And, like, not every build can be completely original. But I added my own twist to this. So I did see them go with the snake and the gorilla, but I figured we want to go full out on this snake because the hedgehog's going to deal some decent damage. It's going to get rid of any melon armor, so their units should have like fairly low health, right? Or at least ideally. You could run into someone who's going like dragon scaling and have a bunch of 50-50s, but hopefully that doesn't happen. Stake also pretty helpful. Most people will put their strongest unit at the front. Unlucky that I ran into level 2 gorilla here. It didn't even matter, it just caused us to draw, which means more time for fun builds. So I also freeze the fly, because when you go snake fly, you get that extra trigger off of the snake, and it just works out really well. So yeah, of course we go behind the coconut armor, that way, you know, guarantees to get that extra hit. If we put it like behind coconut, there's a chance that the ox could die through it with the 45 attack units. And now I'm looking for a tiger, which pops up right there. So that's exactly what I wanted. And now I was debating whether to sell now, but I decided to wait till the next turn. And tiger, snake, fly. This used to be so good back in the day before they nerfed tiger. This was like the main way to win in arena. But you can see this person had triple bison, and we were pretty lucky to just pull out a draw there. A lot of good stats. This team obviously would lose to... Man, I keep saying it. Wow. This is actually like... I can't believe how many times I say the same word that I'm trying to not to say. But yeah, this team loses to high stats, so we're just hoping for like someone with not super amazing scaling. But we're on 8 wins, which means I have one more turn, and I'll sell the ox and get the fly next turn. I was a little scared, because ox is definitely our best unit here. It has free melon armor. And it's got decent stats as well. But you can see the tiger snake already doing some great work here, but we barely live by 1 because they also have a snake. And now we get to fully complete our build. We got the fly, tiger, snake, gorilla, hedgehog with level 2 tiger, level 2 snake. It's just so beautiful. We guarantee get 1 trigger off of the gorilla, and then we guarantee get 1 more off of the fly. Now there's a possibility that things get sniped, but that's still a total of 40 damage that's pretty much guaranteed. And here you can see we sniped their back 2 units, and then we finish off their team. So it just worked out so well, and I'm really happy with this build, because I don't think I've seen it before. You know, someone's probably done it, but like, it's just really cool, and it actually worked out, especially with like super low stats. We had very little scaling towards the end, but just the base stat units, the abilities just carry it. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. See ya.